Hello and welcome to day 222 of Dungeon 23, the series where we make a room of a mega dungeon every day for a year. Today we're going to go further into the theme of visibility, illusions, not being seen, in a more literal sense with this fiend called the Black Abishai. Abishi? Abishai? I don't know, it's a made up, vaguely Middle Eastern sounding thing, so yeah. Now, these guys are a CR7 fiend, so they're going to be a medium encounter, depending on the matchup, maybe easy. And they have some pretty decent attacks. They usually have like 50 something HP, but I gave this guy 65 to bump up a little bit. And they have 15 HP. And one of their biggest benefits they have is that they could cast the darkness spell on recharge, and as long as they have it active, they could use a bonus action to move it around. And that paired with the fact that they are devils because they serve Tiamat, because they look like dragon demon guys, they could see in their magical darkness because devils get an ability called Devil's Sight, which lets them see through magical darkness. And this room has a circle of magical darkness, this dome, and to dispel it, it is a DC 15 dispel roll to get rid of it. And the Abishai, whenever it uses its magical darkness ability, that's just instantly dispelled because it's casting as a third level spell, or maybe even second level spell. I think darkness may be just a second level spell. Either way, it gets dispelled instantly with no roll required because of how low level it is. And this guy's whole shtick is that he really doesn't want to be seen. Let's see if this loads. It will refuse to leave the magical darkness willingly, and if it is somehow outside of its magical darkness or magical darkness in general, it's going to do everything in its ability to get into magical darkness. I was contemplating giving it like some kind of like radiant damage if it's not a magical darkness, but I think that may have made it a bit too easy. So this will be a nice challenging guy where you could still kind of game him by discovering he doesn't like being outside of magical darkness and then doing things so that he's wasting his actions and movement trying to get into it again and giving himself bad positions, but without going too extreme on the penalties for it. And yeah, that is our monster. Just a very shy guy, basically acting as the Grue from Zaat. Is it Zaat? I forget the name, but there's an old computer game where you're chased by a monster called the Grue, and it just attacks you if you're in darkness for too long. It's kind of what inspired Charlie from Don't Starve, which is another great game that I take a lot of inspirations from. Anyway, that's the room. Very simple. If you want to see more wacky monsters with weird idiosyncrasies, then consider subscribing to the channel and turn on notifications so you can see those videos when they come out. Or you can just come out tomorrow because it's a daily series, obviously. If you liked the video, then consider liking it, obviously. And if you have any suggestions for other weird, wacky characters and traps and rooms and magic items, and all your suggestions would be greatly appreciated if you just comment them down below. It helps with the algorithm, I think, maybe, hopefully. And it's also just really refreshing to have new ideas because it could get pretty exhausting, especially in the later sections of a floor. Like once we're on like day 20 of a floor, then that's when the ideas really start to drain because we've just been doing it for too long and we need to change of pace. So yeah, thanks for watching and or listening. I apologize for the poor quality. It's not going to get any better.